We are back with a Fox News alert, and right now the IDF is continuing strikes on Hezbollah terror targets in Lebanon as world leaders renew calls for a ceasefire.
Nate Foy on the ground in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Nate.
Todd, Carly, good morning. So as Israel and Hezbollah continue exchanging fire this morning, the international community attempts to broker a ceasefire, and a U.S. official confirms with Fox News that the U.S. is in active talks with several countries to do exactly that. President Joe Biden and French President Emmanuel Macron put out a joint statement last night saying now is the time to stop the fighting on a temporary basis and allow long-term negotiations to possibly succeed. Here's President Biden last night.
We put out a statement for a 21-day ceasefire along the Israeli-Lebanese border. We were able to generate significant support from Europe as well as the Arab nations. It's important this war not widen.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu left Israel for New York overnight, where he will address the UN later. But Netanyahu's office said this morning that any reports about a ceasefire are incorrect, and he did not respond to the American-French proposal. His office adding, quote, "The report about the supposed directive to moderate the fighting in the north is also the opposite of the truth." The prime minister instructed the IDF to continue the fighting with full force and according to the plans presented to him. That's exactly what's happening this morning. Take a look at this video. The IDF reports it's taken out 75 Hezbollah targets overnight, more than 2,000 targets over the past 3 days. Now, as the strikes continue, an Israeli ground offensive may soon be coming in Lebanon. Here's IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi speaking to troops in the north.
We are preparing the process of a maneuver, which means your military boots, your maneuvering boots, will enter enemy territory.
Israel continues taking fire from several fronts. Take a look. The port city of Eilat got hit by a drone attack overnight. The Islamic resistance in Iraq took credit for it, and 2 Israelis have minor injuries as a result of that attack. Meanwhile, so far this morning, according to the IDF, Hezbollah has fired into northern Israel approximately 45 times. We're also learning the small contingent of American troops now headed to the region will be deployed to Cyprus, an island country in the eastern Mediterranean Sea, to support the 40,000 American troops already in the region. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Nate Foy, live for us in Tel Aviv. Nate, thank you so much. Let's bring in Florida Congressman and Iraq War veteran Cory Mills. Congressman, good morning to you. We're talking about major developments here. As Nate just mentioned, more U.S. troops are getting sent to the region. So what do you think about a ground invasion into Lebanon, the possibility of a broader war, and what it could mean for Israel long term if that takes place?
Well, Carly, let's go ahead and back up and go ahead and try and get to where we were originally from the start, which is that after the October 7th incident that took over 1,200 lives by Hamas, you saw where the Israeli IDF was going after Hamas within their own country and then having to reinstate and reborder the north, where they were actually getting anti-tank missiles fired at them by Hezbollah. So it was actually Hezbollah who originally started this engagement into Israel. We have to keep in mind that General Secretary Hassan Nasrallah, who is the head of Hezbollah, is one of the closest to the Ayatollah regime there in Iran. He's also the one that, after Qasem Soleimani's successful counterterrorism strike that actually eliminated the former Quds Force leader, that he had his son marry Qasem's daughter to try and ingratiate himself further. But this is also the same individual, Carly, that is responsible for the attacks that go on in Iraq against American troops. When you think about people like Kataib Hezbollah, which actually sits there, or as you just talked about, the fact that the Iraq Islamic revolt is coming forward now and launching attacks against Israel, is all because of the connections that Hezbollah has into Iraq. So this is a terrorist network that includes Hamas, Kataib Hezbollah, and also Hezbollah of Lebanon. Israel understands this, and they're taking the fight to them before the fight is taken to them.
Yeah, I mean, Israel has all but defeated Hamas, and now they're turning their attention up north to Hezbollah. And you're right, they did start this after October 7th, launching
they
rockets
absolutely did.
into northern Israel. 60,000 people are displaced.
Ceasefire,
go ahead.
Well, that's exactly right. If there was any ceasefire that was going to be put in place for 21 days, what's going to end up happening, and Joe Biden should know this, is that Hezbollah would actually reinforce the border with additional assets, resources, and troops. So that's actually giving them a reinforcement boundary so that they could potentially launch counteroffensives into Israel as well. So we have to be careful with this. And if there is a ceasefire agreement, I hope that they text it or page it over to Hassan Nasrallah and he checks his pager.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And President Biden is calling for that. Not just that, the European Union, some major countries have all called for this 21-day ceasefire, saying that they want to reset things. They want to provide space for negotiations. Here's John Kirby on that.
What we want to see is no all-out war between Israel and Lebanon. If the goal is to get the families back to their homes, get businesses back up in those kibbutzes and villages, we believe that a war is not the best way to do that. That there should be, can be, and ought to be time and space for a diplomatic solution here, and we're going to continue to work on it.
So the White House's position is that this ceasefire would ramp things down, but you say that it could ramp things right back up.
Well, I do, and I think that it gives the Hezbollah fighters an opportunity to try and reinforce their positions. Right now, what Israel's doing is they're softening the targets by eliminating some of the key Hezbollah infrastructure, things that would actually be able to utilize their communications or utilize a weapons cache or looking at areas for headquarters or key leaders. And so I think that they would be allowed in that 21 days to start repositioning themselves, and there would have to be a tremendous amount of further intel by Israel that goes on in the Five Eye Partnership to be able to locate and continue to track the movements. And so instead of it being a ceasefire, it could actually be a reinforcement by Hezbollah for a counteroffensive.
A lot of moving parts, a lot of concern in this region, and of course, how it affects the United States as well. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.